Here we are, complete strangers, and I'm flashing you my knickers.
Welcome to About Time, a Doctor Who podcast. I'm Stephen, and I've been a Doctor Who fan since 2005.
And I'm Ben, and I've never seen the show before.
For years now, I've been trying to convince Ben to give it a go.
And my answer has always been no.
But now, finally, he's agreed not only to watch it with me, but to do a podcast about it as well. And quite frankly, it's about time.
You've dabbled with podcasts, now meet the genuine article.
Hello.
Hello.
We're back.
We are back.
How are we at the moment?
Okay. Yeah.
I think we've both got coming to the end of time off blues of going back to work.
Yeah.
But you've got your birthday before that. We've got so that should be good. We're going to
Birthday treat.
We're going to the theatre for your birthday.
We are, yes.
Going to see the most highbrow theatrical experience you could imagine.
Yeah.
The Great British Bake Off, the musical.
My choice, not
Ben's
Stephen.
choice, yes. But that's fine. I'm looking forward to it. It's by a musical writing duo that we've seen their work before. It's Brunger and Cleary, isn't it? Who did Adrian Mole?
Yeah.
And various other things. So it should be good.
Not that I liked Adrian Mole that much.
Oh, okay.
It was okay.
I liked it.
Yeah.
We've got Ben's iPad recording a backup recording just in case anything. Oh, did you actually set it recording?
I did. Now it is.
You're just playing a file there. You need to press record.
Okay, there we go.
Is it
That's
recording?
better. Yes.
Okay, we now have Ben's iPad doing a backup recording.
No, it's not doing it. There we go, that's better.
We now have Ben's iPad doing a backup recording just to avoid a repeat of what happened last time.
Yeah.
You didn't miss too much, although it cut off in the middle of us talking about Murder Most Horrid, that's become our new favourite tea time show to watch.
Yeah.
And it cut off before I was saying we watched one that was written by Stephen Moffat, which was all right. It was quite good. But I must say it had all the trappings of a Stephen Moffat script.
Yeah.
For those who know, like, it had a female assassin in it dressed in leather. Like, that just seems to scream Stephen Moffat to me. But yeah, no, it's a good show.
Yeah. Just got to excuse the 90s fashion and the 90s aesthetic.
Yeah.
Takes you back to a time. Anywho.
I miss the 90s.
Yeah.
It was a simpler time.
Yeah, we weren't in it very much.
We were in it for 8 years.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Anyway, so today's episode of the podcast is all about Series 2, Episode 10.
Yeah.
Love and Monsters.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I said to Ben, I'd like to introduce a new, I'll say rule, but it's not really a rule, just a new structural thing. What I'd like to do, because I've felt that the last few episodes, the tone's been quite negative.
This is shocking, though, because I really like this one.
Well, hold your horses. But what I am going to do going forward is every episode I'm going to challenge Ben to say something he liked about the episode right at the beginning.
Okay.
And then after that, you can say what you like, but as long as the first thing you say is positive. So, but it sounds like you liked this one. So go on, tell me.
I like the main character.
Elton.
Yeah.
Yes.
He needs to become a companion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And does he?
He doesn't.
Well,
no.
Sad. No, I found him quite attractive as well.
He is. He's Hottie of the Week for me.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Anyway, we'll come back to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I really liked it. I thought it was such a breath of fresh air not to be surrounded by the Doctor.
Okay.
I felt like, oh my God, this feels nice. This feels amazing. Like, not to be like constantly with the Doctor. This feels very different.
Very different episode,
a different take on it. And I think that's why I liked it so much, is because it was so different.
They did something different with the format. They broke the format.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I really did enjoy it. And I think this is going to go high.
Yeah, I'm so glad. Because I love this episode, but it's, as you can probably imagine, it's a very divisive one among fans.
Yeah. I love the fact that actually, like, change the tech and it could sit very well today.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the other thing, is it? That whole vlog framing device, like he's
was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, but this is pre-YouTube days. This was made for 2006. YouTube started in 2007, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
So it's amazingly sort of prescient. Nowadays he'd be doing a TikTok, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
But you know,
talk about companions or people who could be the next Doctor. Peter Kay,
yeah,
100% could be a companion.
yeah.
Not in that iteration, but like, I love Peter Kay.
I will say the chance of him touching Doctor Who again with a barge pole is very low, because he said that he regrets doing this episode.
Oh.
So basically, here's what happened. I think he saw the series with Christopher Eccleston and really liked it. And he wrote to Russell T Davies and said, I love it. Russell wrote back to him and said, would you like a guest appearance in the show? So he said, yeah, sure. But he was originally offered the role of Elton. Peter Kay would have been Elton. But he said, no, that's too boring. He said, if he's going to come to Doctor Who, he wants to be the villain. So they gave him the villain. And I think he does a pretty good job.
He does a really good job, I think. Like this snarky, like jokey kind of villain. It's almost like a parody of a villain.
Yes, no, he is. He is a parody of a villain.
Yeah.
Like,
I do think he would have smashed Elton, though.
what do you mean?
Like, I do think he would.
Oh, he would have played the part really well. Yeah.
Yeah. I just think he's like he's a comic, obviously. That's his first and foremost. But I do think that like we sleep on him as an actor.
He is good. He is good.
He's got a great comedic timing, which makes that role really good.
Yes.
Yeah, this episode is very good, actually. Like, the more I talk about it, I thought to myself, actually, like, spot on.
I kept looking over at your face throughout the episode and thinking he hasn't made any sort of disgusted faces, so this is quite good.
Yeah, no, I do like this episode. Moaning fucking Myrtle. Like, love. Is she not aware that every time she speaks, it's just like...
Well, she can't help her voice.
Well, I thought she put that voice on for Moaning Myrtle.
Well, no, she exaggerates it for Moaning Myrtle, but she does have quite a voice like that, sort of
pingy.
Yeah, pingy voice.
Pingy voice.
But it's a very distinctive voice, and I think as an actor, that's quite a good thing to your string to your bow. Did you like her as Ursula though?
Yeah, she was alright.
One of my favourite bits is because she thinks she's quite sweet and demure, but then when Victor's going to hit Elton and she's like, use the cane on him and you'll get one hell of a smack off me, and then a good kick. It's like, yes, you go, girl.
Yeah, I don't like the ending though. I will say that I don't like the ending of this story.
Are you talking about
the slab?
Yes.
Okay. I don't like the ending. I think it's weird.
It is weird.
I think it didn't need to be there.
No, it didn't.
Like, bring her back or not bring her back at all.
Yes.
That's
because
what I feel.
Think about it from her point of view. He basically condemned her to this sort of eternal hell of being a face on a paving slab.
Yes.
Because she still has all her brain.
Yes.
Literally, it's torture. Like, she said, oh, it's quite peaceful, really, but... You
can't pick up a glass. You can't do anything.
I think it would be awful.
Also, as like Elson gets older,
and
they say, oh, he says he got a sex life. Don't need to know that.
Yes.
Mate, you're having sex with a slab.
That's a bone of contention. No pun intended.
Like,
yeah, literally. So you got the joke. You got the oral sex joke.
Yeah.
Apparently loads of people were outraged when that was broadcast. Oh. And people were like, oh, this is a family show.
Get a grip.
Yeah.
It happens. You do it. They do it. Everyone does it sometimes.
Anyway. It is a bit cringy, though. The idea of him... Yeah, I mean, not that I want to visualise it, but,
having sex with a slab.
And also, sorry, but is her mouth like the TARDIS and bigger on the inside? Because the back of the paving slab was just solid.
Yeah.
So is it just...
I really don't like this ending. I really don't think it needed to go that far.
No, it really didn't.
It came up to a point where he was finding out about his past, finding out about everything. And I think that's where it could have been... Yeah, that's where it should have ended.
I would say, much as I absolutely adore and worship Russell T Davies, I do think sometimes he goes a bit far and jumps the gun a bit, or gets a bit silly and has an idea and thinks, we'll just go with it,
Yeah, like... I guess this is quite a humorous episode.
It is a comic episode, yeah.
Yeah, and so I guess this is supposed to be a humorous episode, but I just think it just didn't need it. Like, bring her back or not bring her back at all.
Yeah.
Like, I would have personally brought her back as a full-fledged being.
I think that was a bit much for the Doctor to be able to do with his sonic screwdriver, though, to bring her fully back.
I think it's a bit much that he can bring her back a soul that's dead. She said goodbye. Come on. Oh my God, that slab. Didn't even look real.
Really?
The one that she was like, no face.
Oh, when she
And it was like,
yeah.
it just looked, really?
When it sort of rose up and
Yeah.
you could see her glasses underneath. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny.
I liked the little like Scooby gang.
Yeah, Linda.
Yeah, reminded me very much of like Buffy.
So talking about the gang, we've got Bliss, Catherine Drysdale is the actress's name. Do you recognise her?
Yes. She is in Bridgerton. She's also in 10 Packets of Lager. Was it?
Two pints of lager and a packet of crisps?
That's it, yeah. That's a good show.
Okay.
It's weird. It gets weird as it goes along.
But we've seen her in person.
Yes, she was in
Home, I'm Darling.
She was in Home, I'm Darling.
And she played Fran.
Yes.
Which just...
FYI,
I'm directing a production of that play.
Yeah.
I've just started rehearsals.
In June.
But yeah, so we've seen her. She's nice.
She is, I personally think, so slept on as an actress. Like, personally, my personal opinion, like, she's getting recognition now. She's obviously in a big show, Bridgerton, all this. And I just think every time she's in something, she's stellar.
Yeah.
This is a very small role for her.
Yeah, small role, yeah.
But I do think that she's actually she's a brilliant actress, and I've enjoyed everything that I've pretty much seen her in.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a bit like Sheridan Smith.
Ugh.
I think
I can't bear Sheridan
she
Smith.
is Marmite. Is she in Doctor Who? Totally could see her as a companion.
Yeah, something in the back of my head is telling me I need to Google it now just to check that she hasn't done something.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she has been a companion in audios.
Oh.
She was a companion of Paul McGann in audio adventures.
Okay. But no, totally could see her as a true companion. I think she is Marmite.
Yeah,
You
she's
either
not
like
that
her-
bad. I just find it irritating.
I do think she's a good actress. I think she's... If you've seen her in Scylla, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And that is my favourite biopic I've ever watched.
Okay.
The 3-part Cilla Black biopic.
Cool.
Very, very good by ITV.
So we had Bliss.
Yeah.
My favourite line of hers is when she's explaining her sculpture. It's about the Doctor. What he is, what he's not, what he could represent, and what he should represent, and what he never won't represent, sort of thing. She's funny. Then we've got Bridget.
Bridget, she was in Cucumber.
Was she?
Was she? The blonde lady. The mum.
No, that's Julie Hesmondhay. That's someone else.
Oh. This is... Oh, Coronation Street.
Yeah, I think she has. I think she's been in Hollyoaks as well. Not that I've watched Hollyoaks, but she's got... Now, I don't mean to be rude, but she's got one of those sort of Wallace and Gromit faces. Do you know what I mean? Like, sort of with the teeth showing, like...
Feel like Wensleydale.
Ooh. Yeah.
No. Yeah. Oh, yeah, she's nice. Are you sure?
No, that's a completely different person. Now, Julie Hesmondhay, I think I'm pronouncing that right. Julie Hesmondhay has been in Coronation Street as well, but it's a completely different actress.
Julie what?
H-E...
Julie Hes.
Just put Julie Hes and I'm sure it'll come up.
H-E-S.
Yeah.
Okay. They look similar, but they're different.
Yeah, they're completely different people. Who played Bridget? Let me look it up.
Oh, she is in Doctor Who. I've just seen.
What, Julie Hesmondhay?
Yeah.
Yeah, what did it say? What episode?
Like episode 8 of something.
Oh, I can't actually remember.
Series 11.
Oh, really?
8.
Yeah, it's been... I'm not very familiar with those episodes.
Series 11, episode 7, Kerblam.
Kablam. Yeah, not Kerblam. Bridget is played by Moya Brady.
Oh, yes. I know where I see it. I know where she's from now.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's in Hollyoaks, but she was also in Gimme Gimme Gimme.
Oh, was she?
And she's apparently also in It's a Sin.
Is she?
Yeah.
I've only seen that once. I need to rewatch it.
Now, Gimme 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 is a very rude and would not be made today show.
I don't like it.
Yeah. Anywho, let's get back to the subject, Stephen.
Mr. Skinner?
Mr. Skinner. Now, he could be a daddy for me.
Oh, he could be a hottie of the week, could he?
Yeah, I don't know. He's a handsome old man.
Yeah. He is in loads that the BBC do. He's like one of their stock. Every time they need a man, like of a certain age, like, yeah.
No, yeah.
And he's working on a novel. That's the last time you ride the ghost train, Johnny Franzetta. Now say your prayers. To be continued.
Oh, shame he's never going to finish it.
Well, yeah.
That's the Scooby Gang. And Elton.
Yeah, and Ursula and Elton, yeah.
Yeah.
Did we, do we find out what led Ursula to be interested in the Doctor?
No.
No.
We didn't find out how they all were interested.
No.
Like, Bridget was down to see her
daughter.
Find her daughter. Bliss, I don't know. You don't find out their connection,
No.
which I think is a bit...
That could have been explored a bit more.
Yeah. Like, this... I do think this is a solid standard episode. I do think it sits well on its own. It's nice that the Doctor's not the main focal point.
Yeah.
It's like exploring people who are having encounters with the Doctor, which is also foreshadowing my theory.
What theory?
The theory I came up in last episode.
Which one was that?
Rose dying and the Doctor, because Elson said whenever you meet the Doctor, you become almost like fire in line. Like, bad things happen when you interact with the Doctor.
Yeah.
And he said, I wonder when Rose's and Jackie's...
going to pay the price. Yeah.
Which means Jackie's going to lose a daughter and Rose is going to lose her life. And Jackie will not forgive him.
Yeah. Can we talk about Jackie?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Camille, bibbidi-boo-boo.
Kajiri.
Bibbidi-boo-boo. Oh my God.
Best performance.
Best performance so far as a Jackie Bloody Tyler.
Are you becoming a Jackie fan?
I'm becoming a Jackie warming up fan.
Yeah. Oh my God, she...
What was that fucking skirt, though?
Oh, I know. Is that what the fuck fashion?
Love. You flash them in knickers in the thing. You don't have to flash them in real life.
Yeah. But yeah, she gives the best performance.
Yeah. What was that? We were barely strange in the flash in my knickers.
Yeah. You laughed at that.
That was my...
That is a funny scene, though, isn't it? Where Elton's voiceover is explaining like the steps of integrating.
Yes.
And she just does it all for him.
Yeah. Like, very clever writing. I do think that this is a very good performance. She has got more and more solid. The less, it's funny, isn't it? The less fluff she's given, the more she kind of like, the seriousness, she just cracks it out of the park.
The Doctor has affected her life as well.
Yeah.
It's improved her life because remember when the Doctor took Rose away and then came back a year later and she was like, she didn't understand anything. She was absolutely like distraught, like, where has Rose been? What's been going on? And it was all a bit mad, you know. But now she understands a bit more. She understands a bit more about the Doctor and Rose, what Rose has been up to. And now she's like, you know what? I will protect them till the end of my life. Don't you fucking dare. Like, she's grown. She's
Mummy Bear.
Yeah. It's good. And that's that scene where she's got the wine and she's like, oh, look at your shirt. Oh, you better take it off. And he's like, no, it's all right. It's only a little drop. And she just like chucks the whole glass at him. There you go. Ruined.
Jackie wanted the D.
She did.
And you could tell. I swear Mickey and her had a thing.
No, please don't say that.
I swear it. And she was like, he's gone now. So she must have been told by Rose.
She has been told, yeah.
Saying that he'd gone to an alter universe and he wants to stay in that universe because his grand's there.
And that's fine. Sad for her. Because he was a friend.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think you can tell she's been on her own a lot. Yeah, I felt really emotional watching this episode.
Yeah, I looked over and Stephen was blubbing.
I wasn't blubbing. I was filling up, we shall say. My eyes were filling up a little bit. And I've never felt that emotional watching this episode before, but it just hit me different this time. And you know, Jackie, like, she was making a friend and then she realised that he wasn't interested in her.
Also, I will say this, Jackie should never have been going for his coat.
I think the way they justified it makes sense to me because she was putting the £10 in his coat pocket and maybe the corner of the picture was just showing or something. And if you see a picture of your daughter, of course you're going to, yeah. She wasn't going through it. She wasn't like, you know, rifling through it. She was trying to do a nice thing and she just happened to see.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Why is it called Love and Monsters?
Well, there's a lot of love.
There's one monster.
And there was the one at the beginning.
Oh yeah,
with the buckets.
I didn't like at the beginning. Ugh.
Yeah.
I will say the beginning of this episode, like the bit where they are obviously referencing Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Ugh. No, I didn't like it.
No. Do you know what though? That is, I think some of these scenes where the Doctor appears in this episode, particularly that first one, Elton's narrating the story, and it's from his memory. So how reliable is his narration? Maybe that's how he remembers it, but it didn't really happen that way. But I do. You do you not think that could be part of it? Like it didn't really happen that way, but it's just how it was to him. It was so chaotic.
I can understand that. Like it's like when you read a book and it's like there's books out there that the main characters were on drugs, so you can't really they're an unreliable narrator. Yeah. So
it's not like he's deliberately lying, but it's just that's how he remembers it. So fun fact. Not that you'll find this interesting, but this is the first and I think the only episode of Doctor Who to have an ampersand in the title.
Oh.
Love and Monsters with an ampersand. Fun fact.
Fun fact, but not fun fact at all.
Mildly interesting fact.
Slightly boring fact.
Yeah. Also, why do you think this episode was written the way it was with the Doctor and Rose Bailey in it?
Because David Tennant had clashes, and they needed an episode that he needed an episode so that he wasn't demanded.
In a way, yes, but the reason is because of the Christmas special being added into the schedule. They had one extra episode to fit into the same schedule.
Yeah.
So they filmed this episode at the same time as Impossible Planet and Satan Pit.
Oh.
So that they could get two stories done at once, and then the Doctor and Rose could just film their bits at the last minute.
Oh. How do you know that?
Oh, it's well known. It was, you know.
Does this happen quite often?
So this was the first time it happened. It will happen again in the next couple of series, but they don't. It's not the same. They handle it in different ways.
Oh. I really like this episode.
Yeah,
the more I think about it,
it is good. I'm so glad you liked it.
I would watch. This is what Class should have been.
Yeah, like the spin-off.
Discovery of Doctor Who. Like Discovery of the Doctor, like trying to find him.
Yeah.
And your lives getting mixed up with aliens in the pursuit of the Doctor. Yeah, that's what the spin-off should have been. Stephen and me, we were flicking through the channel.
BritBox,
it was saying Next for You or whatever, as it always does. And we saw Class, and Stephen was like, "Do you know what that is?" And I said, "Yeah, I swear you said it's a spin-off."
Yeah, it only got one season.
Yeah, but no, I definitely think a new spin-off should be in the works.
Well, we have got new spin-offs coming. I think there's going to be one announced very soon. Probably, in fact, by the time this episode goes out, it'll probably been announced.
Oh.
So also, it was cool how we saw like glimpses of the previous stories and how Elton was affected, like as a random member of the public, like how he saw the.
See, that's what I liked about this episode.
Yeah.
Like it was a different perspective than this hurricane as the Doctor is. The Doctor is like Hurricane Doctor.
Yeah.
Like he comes into someone's life, you're swish swash booshed about, you're knocked out, you wake up without the Doctor there, done.
Yeah.
And here you see the effects of that. Like, would this have happened if the Doctor wasn't there?
Oh, you mean would all those alien things have happened?
The plastic thing was taking over everything.
Yeah.
Imagine when it gets to an Ann Summers store.
Okay, maybe that's a Torchwood episode waiting to happen.
Oh.
No, they haven't done that, but I'm saying that would be cool, wouldn't it? That'd be funny.
Yeah.
Invasion of the Sex Toys.
Oof.
I'm assuming that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, it was.
We got a bit of yellow music in this episode.
My mum loves that.
Your mum, do you like them?
Yeah, all right. I only know that one song, the popular
Mr. Blue
one.
Sky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played that
was
at my
at you.
grandpa's funeral, yeah.
It was.
So shall we talk a bit more about Victor Kennedy?
Okay.
And then what he became.
Yeah.
So I think it's hilarious how he puts on an RP accent for Victor Kennedy, and then as soon as he transformed into the alien, he was like from Yorkshire.
Mm.
Like it makes absolutely no sense, but it's hilarious. I love how dramatic his entrance is. You know, when the lights went off and he came down in that clunky like lift, And then he goes, lights, and they come on. Like, who turned them on when he said lights? And then he was like,
How did he get to Earth?
I am your salvation. I don't know. But I have a really cringy little story to tell there. So me and my friend at school were obsessed with Doctor Who, as you know, as I've mentioned before. And we hated PE. And one PE lesson, instead of playing the game that everyone was supposed to be playing, we were hanging out in the the little storage area where all the sports equipment was kept. And it was this little sort of dark, like, area. Well, no, oh no, it sounds dodgy, doesn't it? Like, no, we weren't doing anything dodgy, but we were just hanging out there talking. But it had one of those motion sensor light things, so we stood really still, waited for the light to go off, and there was this like metal cage, like you kept basketballs in or something, and one of us stood in the metal cage, waited for the lights to go off, and then opened up the cage and went, lights, like to pretend to be Victor Kennedy.
How old are you, Stephen?
Like
14,
yeah. But the funniest bit was then we did it like 2 or 3 times, and then our PE teacher came in and was like, what are you doing?
He said, I would preferred you to be playing the game, not in here pretending. Do you ever get the feeling like Doctor Who feels like, I keep saying this, it feels like a
Children
massive
pretending.
game of like pretend.
Yeah.
Feels like I'm watching a massive game of pretend.
Did you feel that in the first series, or is it more this series?
More this series.
Yeah, I think that's the vibe of this series. I do get that. I definitely get that.
Like, yeah, it just feels like a massive game of pretend.
I suppose that's what it is in a way. Escapism.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he turns into the Absorbaloff. Now, I need to explain where the Absorbaloff came from.
What, the actual creature or the name?
The concept.
Okay.
What do you think of it?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay. Does it surprise you to learn that this was the result of a Blue Peter Designer Monster competition?
Yeah, actually.
It does surprise you. Okay, yeah. So yeah, they ran a competition, Designer Monster. To
Did you enter?
I was too old, I think.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, technically I wasn't too old, but I felt like I was too old.
Okay.
So I didn't. But yeah, it was won by a boy called William, who was 9.
Yeah.
And he designed this creature, and he drew it on a piece of paper. He intended for it to be like massive, like the size of 2 double-decker buses.
Yeah.
But he didn't write that on the paper.
Well.
And so they did a little featurette on Blue Peter when he got to go to the set and see them like filming the episode.
Yeah.
And apparently, you know, Russell T Davies was there with him and was like, what do you think? And he said, he's supposed to be the size of 2 double-decker buses. And Russell T Davies was like, well, you didn't put that on your piece of paper.
And if you did, it probably wouldn't have been picked.
Yeah. And he's like, apparently he's got a YouTube channel now, that boy. And he does like, he's like 20 in his 20s now. Yeah, funny.
No, I think, yeah, it was good. And
Yeah.
it doesn't surprise me because children come up with amazing things.
Yeah, they do, yeah.
And like, yeah,
Yeah.
like,
The fact that he absorbs them and then their faces appear on his body is quite creepy.
yes. It reminds me of like Jabba the Hutt.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And like, they always
bit-
use that hand. They always use those, the chunky.
Yeah, that's why she said about, is he a bit Slitheen?
Yeah.
Like, they have like their Slitheen fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, so the moment, the tipping point in the episode when I was thinking, because I could feel that you were enjoying it,
Yeah.
but the moment when he absorbs Ursula and then she warns him, Elton, that he's going to come after you, and then they run off down the street and he like jumps over the desk, that is the moment for me when it goes to absurdity. And I was thinking, this is the moment. If he's going to not like it, this is the moment that will make him not like it.
It's the little
The little brown pants.
it's not pants.
The
it's
loincloth thing.
The
yeah.
loincloth, the little black loincloth. And I'm like, yeah, it was slightly weird. I wonder how Peter Cave would feel like watching it back, just seeing himself painted green.
Yeah.
Just like running.
Well, he was in a bodysuit. Like, he wasn't just painted green.
Oh, okay. But he's still green.
Yeah. But it's, for
It's
me...
like a poor man's Hulk.
Yeah, he just looked so bizarre. It's the shots of him running that I find so hilarious. Because this episode, I'm not going to lie, I love this episode, but I do think it gets almost too absurd just at
Yes,
the end.
I do
when he
agree.
jumps over the desk and then it's like, blah, 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 running all down the street after him.
It's like the bogeyman.
Yeah. but that doesn't destroy my enjoyment of the episode.
Yeah.
I just have to say it is what it is.
I will say this, my personal opinion to Russell T Davies, if Russell has the opportunity to kill a character, he will.
Yeah.
There was absolutely no need for Bridget to go. Ursula to die in any way, shape or form. But he loves characters being on their own.
No, but I think we needed to see him actually absorb someone.
Yeah, he could have absorbed a pencil sharpener done.
No, we needed to see him do it to a person. Just one touch, that's all it takes.
And do you think they slowly get absorbed more and more so they die?
Yeah, so his last few victims are on his skin. But after, when he takes in more, they'll probably fade away.
Yeah.
But so on his home planet, when he's just being like chilling out, living his day-to-day life.
Yeah.
What does he eat? What does he absorb?
Each other.
Are they cannibals?
Probably.
Or do you think maybe there's other creatures on the planet that they hunt?
Yeah, maybe he absorbs Salvines.
Oh yeah, they hate Slovene.
Yeah.
They hate Raxcoricophalopatorians.
Comes from Clom.
Clom.
Come from Clom.
What's the twin planet? Raxcoricophalopatorius? Clom. So if you could change one thing about the episode, what would it be? Ursula? The slab?
The disbandment of the group would have been... I would have changed that.
Oh, really?
I wouldn't have had so many of them go.
Oh, no, I think that's perfect. I think that's the structure. They get picked off one by one. I thought you were going to say, if you could change one thing, I thought you would have her not be restored to the paving slab at the end.
Oh, 100%. I could change that. Yeah, I probably would change that. But how's she going to die? She's inanimate now.
Yeah, exactly. She's basically eternal.
Yeah.
She's immortal, yeah.
And which is so you'd have to shatter her, obviously.
Yeah, she said, I'll never age. But
he will.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's one of those weird concepts. He went too far then.
And how, has Elton got a family and friends?
Well, his mum's dead.
Yes, but has he got other family?
Probably not.
I don't know. Does he marry her? Can you picture a wedding with the paving slab with a bridal veil on?
My God, don't tempt him, Stephen.
What, tempt Russell?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the doctor should go and check in on Ursula.
She gets pregnant and has little baby slabs, little
How?
pebbles.
How could she get pregnant? She doesn't have all the body parts.
No, I really don't like that bit.
One thing I do remember from Confidential is you'd think, wouldn't you, that they could just film her face on a green screen and put it on the slab. But I think because of the lighting and angles and everything, they literally made a paving slab with a hole in it that she could stick her face through. Yeah. So when he's got it on his lap, they filmed it. She was on her knees, with her head right there. It's okay,
dear Lord,
bit awkward.
Yeah. Poor miserable moaning Myrtle.
So, did you want to say anything else about this episode before we rank it?
Okay, so Jackie is the number one queen of what the fuck fashion.
Okay.
That fucking skirt, her nunny was on display.
I beg your pardon?
Her nunny was on display. He was on his knees. He could probably clearly...
Well, that was probably intentional.
Probably, yeah. And I that was Rose's skirt, love. You don't go for your daughter's things.
Yeah. I did think that did cross my mind. Do you think she got it out of Rose's stuff?
And, Elton is probably going to get Hottie of the Week.
Definitely.
We saw a very rare body pic.
Body pic?
From Doctor Who. We saw him topless.
Oh, yeah. So he looked good with his top off. I also like that bit when he's reaching up, fixing something, and his top's riding up. And Jackie comes around with a cup of tea, and she's like, oh, eyeing him up.
Jackie is your spirit animal.
Jackie is my spirit animal. Her and Matt Lucas. Oh, he's gorgeous.
Yeah, blend them together.
Yeah.
You've got Stephen. Stephen likes a bit of eye candy.
Don't we all?
Anywho, yeah. But no, yeah, I would agree in that. And I would say overall this episode is good.
Yes, good. I'm so glad. Well, shall we put it on our lists?
It's going to take sixth place.
Number 6.
Yeah.
So it's displacing the girl in the fireplace.
Yes.
So this is your favourite of series 2 so far?
So far, yeah.
Wow. I did not foresee this. I ran a little poll on Instagram and Twitter about predictions. Do we think Ben's going to love this or think of it as a monstrosity?
and it was about 1/3 to 2/3, and 2/3 saying you'd think it was a monstrosity.
The ending is a monstrosity.
Yeah.
It goes a bit silly.
But it doesn't ruin the episode for me. Like, overall, it's still a great episode.
Yeah, and I think I really like Elton. I really like his characterization of the role. I really like Ursula. I really liked Peter Kay. And I really, really like the fact that we didn't see the Doctor.
Okay.
The Doctor and Rose, that I was getting a bit sick of them. And I think this is a really fresh air.
Yes, it is fresh.
To see a different side of how he affects people who are not even travelling with him. He affects their lives.
Exactly.
And I like that a lot. And so I felt like it was a good episode. Girl in the Fireplace is still a very good episode. Yeah. And I would watch those two out of all of series 2. I would watch those.
Yeah, they're your top 2.
And if I could put them on joint, I would put them on joint. It's hard. It's splitting hairs for me at the moment.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed Girl in the Fireplace. Really enjoyed the lead actress, who I said should be a companion. Mm-hmm. I think Elton should be a companion.
I think for you, just because this is something different,
which I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
So I am going to put it. It is going to go on 6.
Cool. That's a good spot. That's 6 out of 24.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. I'm pleased that you liked it. And also it goes into, like, you say about, how he affects people's lives who he doesn't even meet.
Yeah.
But, like, it's like also the lore of Doctor Who within the Doctor Who universe. Like, when Bridget was showing those pictures of the police box throughout history and stuff, it's like, this is a universe where if you look, there are clues of the Doctor scattered throughout all of time.
Bad Wolf came back up again.
Yes.
Bad Wolf virus.
Yes.
But I do think they're foreshadowing my big guess.
I can't say anything.
Okay. Where's it going to go for you then, Stephen?
For me, it's also going to go quite high. For me, I'm going to put it just above Boomtown and just below the Christmas Invasion. So actually, for me, that makes it number 7.
So you enjoyed the Christmas Invasion more?
Yeah. I love the Christmas Invasion. And I love... Oh, actually, do you know? I'm not sure. This is so good, this one. It's tight. But I actually think I'm going to put Love and Monsters above Christmas Invasion. So it now goes between Bad Wolf and Christmas Invasion. It's number 6, same number as you gave it. So we've both put it at number 6 out of 24, which is... I'm still quite surprised. I can understand why you like it, but I was really expecting you not to, just because so many people hate it.
Well, I think there's those people probably love the Doctor.
Yeah.
And they signed up for the adventure with the Doctor.
Yeah.
For me, this is what Russell does the best. He shows glimpses of real people, and he used his history of writing stories about real people, real-ish events, shall we call them, and he used that in this episode to create a story that is the other side. This is the other side to how the Doctor affects not just his companion, but the other people in the world. And I think it was well done. Even if it was an episode written just to free up some space for film schedules, it was a good episode.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like it was done for a practical reason, but if you can do that and make an episode that's good out of it, that's good. But fun fact, next series they call them Dr. Light episodes. He gave it to Stephen Moffat. So yeah, you'll have to wait and see how Stephen Moffat handles a Dr. Light episode. Yeah. But yeah, before we finish, so I did read a couple of messages out on the last episode, but because our audio got corrupted, it wasn't heard. So I'm going to read them again. We've heard from Zoe, and she was saying that listening to the podcast, she thinks it's interesting that the Series 2 episodes aren't doing so well against Series 1. And then she says, then I remember that you're still to watch Love and Monsters, and because this one and the next one are regarded as not very well liked episodes. Although interestingly, we've just watched it and you really liked Love and Monsters.
So what is the episode called?
The next one?
Yeah.
It's called Fear Her. You started sighing before I'd even said the second word.
Yeah, it's just like sounds so twee.
Fear Her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
it's gonna be about...
What do you think?
Some like alien queen who is like trying to take over Earth again.
Okay. Let's just say, I mean, there are no episodes in the Russell T Davies era that I think are actually terrible.
But this one comes close.
Yes, it's probably the worst of the era.
Anywho.
but that's a high bar for me.
Yeah.
And then we also heard from our friend of the pod, Zachariah, who's messaged us before. And she has responded to one of your questions, which you asked a few episodes ago, Ben.
I've got another one for this episode.
Okay, so you asked a while ago, you said an idea for an inanimate object or a household item that could be made scary for Doctor Who. And Zachariah has said, not really an inanimate object, but making pets a threat would be really interesting, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The idea of a creature that you've trusted and bonded with for years that's already in your house, and in most cases already has a very dangerous biological defence, beak, claws, teeth. The idea of that betraying you and attacking you sounds really scary and interesting. I agree. I think that does sound quite traumatising, to be honest, because pets are like part of your family, aren't they?
Yeah.
And so, yeah. But that could make a cool episode.
Yeah, it would. Like some like alien mind controller.
Or like something's taking
like
over.
Like a tick. Like an alien tick.
Yeah. Or some like futuristic episode where there's like robo pets that are coming in, like robo dogs or something, and then they get a virus or something, they all turn evil. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, so what's your question for the listeners now?
So I had one for last episode, which got corrupted.
I forgot what that was.
But I'm going to change it up. I'll ask that one at a later date. But this one today is going to be, if you could create an artificial companion, so like K9, in the realm of K9, can't be a dog though, because we've got K9.
Yeah.
What would you do?
Yeah.
So for me, I would do like obviously like a robotic like alien parrot.
Right.
Or like a falcon, like something that it can fly high and survey the surroundings. If he lands himself into hot water, I get
it. Yeah. Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Doctor did used to travel when he was Peter Davison. I think he used to travel with a robot called Chameleon, but like a humanoid robot. I think that was quite short lived though.
It can be anything you want.
Yeah.
Please message in at www.bensquestionsoftheday.co.uk.
By which we mean abouttimecast@gmail.com, or message us on social media.
Yeah.
Also, I think it was Tom Baker apparently he spoke to the producer and said he wanted the next companion to be a talking cabbage. Thankfully that never happened.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my question, is like, what artificial companion, intelligent companion, or what was their main use for the Doctor be? Mine would be like a bird that scouts out the area or can go to great heights to find things and so forth and so on.
What would it be called?
What?
What would your bird be called?
Hindsight.
That sounds like Pokemon.
I choose you! Hindsight!
Yeah.
No.
Or a move in Pokemon.
Yeah. Mr. Mime! Use hindsight! No.
Okay.
My favourite Pokemon is Staryu and Starmie.
Cool.
Because it was the first Pokemon card I ever got.
Oh.
Someone at school had 2, and I just asked out of the blue, I said, oh, could I have that? Could I have the spare? And he said, yeah, because he didn't like the card anyway.
That was bold of you.
You've got to remember, I went to a village primary school, so I knew them. I knew everyone quite well.
Yeah.
And I just felt lonely, and I felt like left out of the whole thing. And I took it home, and I showed Mum, Mum, look at these Pokemon cards. Aren't they amazing? And then my nan came round every Saturday.
Yeah.
And she brought me and Sam a pack of Pokemon cards.
And the obsession began.
The obsession began, and then we used to get them like once in a blue moon, or so, yeah. But when in the height of the obsession with Pokemon cards, we used to get one pack a week, shared between both of us. And so then Mum would divide the pack, and she put them behind her back, and we have to choose. And I kid you not, for about a couple of months, like I was always getting the shiny, and Sam was like, oh, I never get the shiny. I was like, I'm sorry, but I just picked. That's all I did is pick, and you get to pick first one week, and I get to pick first next week. Anywho, Stephen.
Yes.
Where can they find us? Can they find us on Instagram?
Yes, at About Timecast.
Can they find us on Twitter?
Yes, at About Timecast.
Can they find us on Facebook? Facebook?
No, because I haven't done that.
Can they find us on Tiki Toki Woo?
Yes, at About Time Podcast.
And I don't know any more social media, so I'm gonna say, can they find us on LinkedIn?
No.
Oh, anywho.
Yeah, obviously you can email us at abouttimecast@gmail.com.
And abouttimecast@gmail.com.
Anything else?
Anything else?
Oh God.
Oh God.
For listeners,
all
all I'm going to say is Series 4,
Series 4,
Episode 10. I'm sure you know what I was referencing there. But anyway, take care, everyone. We shall see you next week.
Yes, for
Fear her.
Fear her. The alien queen rises out of the sea.
Okay.
Oh, you got to fear Jackie Tyler.
No.
You got to fear Rose.
No.
Okay. Anywho.
No, you are definitely going to dislike next week's. But yeah, anyway, we'll come to that.
Okay.
Bye, everyone.
Au revoir.
Stay fantastic.
fantastic.
Bye.
Bye.